today we're going to be talking about place value and different forms of numbers. In your packet, you should have a chart that looks like this. This is place value chart. It has billions, millions, thousands, ones, and everything labeled here. You should also have this page. It says place value converting numbers. So first, we're going to look at our first number that we have up here. And if we read that out loud, it would be 467,909,110. I know that because if I filled in these numbers up here into our place value chart down here, let's start with the ones place, we have a 0, tens place, we have a 1, hundreds place, we have a 1, thousands is 9, 10,000s is 0, 100,000 is 9, millions is 7, 10 million is 6, 4 in the 100 millions place. So when we read that out loud, it's 410 million. Remember, you only say million, thousands, anything at the end of this period, right before our comma. That's when you put the label. You don't have to say 400 million, 60 million, 7 million. That sounds like a lot. So it's 467 million, 909,000. Skip the 0 since there's nothing there. 110. Okay, so now that we have that written in our place value chart, we can put this to the side and use it when we need it. And we're gonna look here. So we have expanded form and word form. We're going to start with expanded form. So taking a peek back at our chart, we're going to start with the biggest place value, which is 400 million. So if we count, we can write, remember we're pulling each number and writing the place value until it's a big long equation. We're stretching everything out. So 4, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 place values behind it, so it's going to be 8 zeros. Double count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Remember, so we're going to do 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, and that's right at the end where this is. So then we have 400 million. Don't forget your plus sign for expanded form. Then we're going to do 6 in the 10 millions place, so it's going to be 60 million. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 behind it. If it's easier sometimes, we can even write it right underneath, so that way we keep track of all of our place values. I know there's not so much space here, so if you need to, you can use the backside or you can use an extra piece of scratch paper. Just make sure that you upload everything that you do your work on. Okay, then you're gonna do 7 million right here. Don't forget your plus sign again. Move on to 100,000s. We can skip the 10,000s. You don't need to write a 0 there. Then we have 9,000 plus 100 plus 10. It's a little scrunch at the bottom, but there you can see it. Good. And for our word form, it's written just like you would say it. So even just say it out loud to yourself slowly, and I feel like that helps me quite a bit. So 400, 467, remember this is million. And just like we have our comma here, we put our comma here, right? So our commas are in the same place no matter what place, how you are breaking it down. So 467 million, 900,110. So when it's written, it is just like how you would read it out loud. So 467,909,110. You can always double check your work by reading it out loud as you're looking at this, at the number written, and it should help. So it's going to be the same thing down here. Okay, on our next one, this is in expanded form, as we can tell because it's all stretched out and it looks like a big equation. Okay, so sometimes if you need extra help, you can go ahead and erase it and put this number in to your place value chart. Okay, if that helps you as we're getting started and practicing with our place values, especially since it's going to be using 100 millions and even some billions, it helps to have it written down in front of you and break it down until you get a little more used to it. So if we look at this big number, instead of we can go straight into word form, or if it's easier, you can write standard form. I'm going to do standard form first, so it's like this, so you can read it out loud and then write it down. So our standard form, let's look here. You can even start with this. So we have, this is the hundreds, thousands, millions. Right, so if we're looking at our place value, we have hundreds, thousands, millions. Hundreds, thousands, millions. We have an 8 in the hundreds, millions place. This is hundreds, thousands, millions. We have a 6 again in the 10 millions. Okay, then we have hundreds, thousands. We have a 9 here, but we have a 0 here. Remember, there can't be any empty spaces. So put a 0 in the millions. Okay, we can't just leave it blank. So we have 100,000s. So we have hundreds, thousands. We have a 3 in the 10,000s place. And we know this is thousands. We have a 5 in the thousands place. 3 in the hundreds place. 3 in the tens place. 4 in the ones place. Okay, so there I have my standard form. So I can go ahead and copy that down. Okay, I'm going to read this number out loud because that's going to help me with my word form. So it's 860,935,334. And now I'm going to write that just like how I said it out loud. So we have 860 million, comma, because our comma's there. 860 million 900 35,000, comma. Okay, so I have 860 million 935,000 334. Okay, so that right there, if we read it out loud again, it's the same as our standard form. So 860,935,334. Okay, you're gonna do the last two on your own. Remember, expanded form is the one that looks like an equation. Standard form is just our normal numbers, and word form is when it's written out like how you would say it out loud. You can always use your place value chart if you have any questions. It always helps to fill that in.